Hello you guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a garden tour, my June garden tour. If you haven't seen the May one, definitely go check that out first so you can see the difference. Things have exploded now. When I filmed the last garden tour, things were like just starting to bud up and about to bloom, and now so many things are blooming. It's amazing. There's been a lot of changes in the garden after I got back from Ireland and saw how things were blooming and crowding each other. I made quite a few changes, so you'll definitely see those. You'll see failures, successes. There's all of it in between. So let me show you. All right, we are gonna start with the vegetable garden. As you can see, it has completely exploded and is doing, for the most part, amazing. Again, there's some successes, there's some fails, there's kind of everything. But as you can see, the tomatoes going up the trellis are basically to the top. I need to tie them in more and get my step stool. We have lots of good things in here. So let me kind of go through what we see. I'm loving having the green onions. If you didn't know, you can take green onions from the store and literally just plant the butt end of it, like the white part, into the soil, and you'll get endless green onions. It's incredible. This basil is really starting to take off as well. I grew this from seed. I put some angelonia in here. We actually have a little caterpillar friend that is going to turn into a butterfly. I believe it's going to be a swallowtail butterfly. It's been in this chrysalis for the last maybe almost a week, maybe 5 days. So we'll see how long that takes. Then this squash plant is looking, or zucchini plant is looking a little bit sad. I had some issues with pests. We have some green beans coming. Then I also planted some seeds. We have some okra coming up. My pepper plants are doing very good. We have jalapenos over here. The peppers in the other bed are actually doing slightly better. This is an eggplant that I've been battling aphids. As you can see, the tomatoes have lots of tomatoes on them. And oh, we're finally getting a ripening cherry tomato. These are the biggest cherry tomatoes I've ever seen. And one ripening there, and we're starting to get beefsteak. I've gotten one Roma so far in these. I think it's just a little bit too hot for them ripening right now, as quickly as I would like personally. This one also has been battling those same bugs, and we have more beans over here, sage, all the kind of things. So my main issue right now, also we have cucumbers. This one I don't think got pollinated correctly, so it's deformed, but we have another one in here. That's looking great. My cucumber plants so far are very healthy. The issue right now, which I've cut on this, is my tomatillos. So I have maybe 2 that have pollinated, and I think it's because I hand pollinated. And the issue is that I think I put them too far apart. To get fruit from a tomatillo, you need 2 plants to cross-pollinate. And I knew that, but I guess I didn't know they had to be as close. And since I have so many pollinators, I just really thought it would work. But the issue is, I think a lot of the times, like one plant will have a lot of flowers open and one won't. And it's not really conducive to having the pollinators do it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking of a few different options because these plants are ginormous. Might try to propagate some, so then I can plant one of each in each bed. That's one option. I might just try to hand pollinate, which takes a lot of time and patience. Or I might go see today my local nursery if they have any tomatillo plants left, which is such a long shot this point in the season. It's June 22nd, so I don't know. We'll see. Now this squash plant is absolutely thriving. We have, I think, female flower about to open, so let me get a zucchini off of this. I already have a zucchini off of this. I don't love that it's crowding some of the other stuff, but I really want my zucchini to start going. I've been loving the lemon balm for cut flower arrangements. You can also use it for tea. We have a zinnia here, lots of little baby plants that I started from seed. That's a spicy lettuce mix. I don't know why it's not focusing. That's a spicy lettuce mix. We have another eggplant and more peppers growing over here. So many tomatoes. I'm gonna put you on wide angle so it's easier so you can see more. Oh my God, I just walked through a spider web. Oh. Wow, that was gross. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, as you can see, more jalapenos. Maybe you can see more jalapenos here. And then look at all of these peppers. These ones are like those snacking, like bell peppers type of thing. Mini peppers, there's a bunch of those coming, which is amazing. Love it. We have another zucchini plant that I started, another eggplant, and okra over there as well. Vegetable garden's looking great. I just need to tie in the tomatoes and figure out what I'm doing with tomatillos because I really want to make verde salsa. It's like my whole goal this year, but that's okay. Okay, now let's move on to this garden bed, which I'm absolutely loving. It is turning out so beautiful. So I obviously need to get some bamboo canes or something for the raspberries. They're getting absolutely ginormous. I love the wave petunias with the super tunia bubblegum here. The white wave is amazing. The knockout roses are flushing again a lot. And then this is a rose called Cathedral Bells. It is, needs to be deadheaded. That was a bare root from Aldi, actually. My pineapple mitt's doing amazing. That's the only lantana that's really growing. That one's kind of starting to take off over there. I don't know why they've taken forever. I'm so excited for the bee balm to eventually flower. Look at the salvia is beautiful. We have Cinderella peach. Look how beautiful. Zinnia here. I love the Benary's giant. And then look at these cosmos. Oh, they're just so pretty. I think these opened yesterday. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Can't wait till that's like filled with cosmos. Okay, now let's go over to the pergola area and I can talk to you about some of my issues I've been having all of a sudden with these pots. Now, I'll show you a picture of what they looked like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. They were glorious, amazing, fantastic. And the verbena is getting some sort of disease or something, I believe, because it's just not flowering. I did spray these yesterday. See, you can see this. I don't know. I did spray these with neem. See this? So it's getting some sort of disease. And I did cut back the petunias because they were getting so big, but now I'm kind of regretting it because they just look a little struggled. The amazing thing though is the cannas are blooming. And then I got these pots from Sam's for like $4. They were on clearance and they're so beautiful. I love, love, love the white with a little bit of yellow. I'm not a yellow person normally, but I'm coming around to this like light yellow, and you'll see in the garden I have a lot of yellow because of the black-eyed seasons, but it's just so pretty and I think it goes really well with the color scheme that I have going on. Same with this pot. It's the same issue. I don't know again what is going on. These were glorious like a couple weeks ago, but that's how gardening goes, I guess. Same pot over here. I just moved the waves into the landscape that I had up there. I just love the cannas so much. These were free from Facebook Marketplace last year. It's so crazy. And then these pots are just glorious. Like I can't get over how good these look. These impatiens and dragonwing begonias. And then we also have cannas about to bloom as well. And then that one, I don't know, the bloom looks really weird. These did this last year too after I picked them up, so I don't know if it's some disease or something. I'm gonna look into that. Now these pots also look kind of the same. I think I either have budworms or earwigs or something eating my blooms too, because you can see there's a lot of stuff happening but not a lot of blooms. I also have cilantro and spinach seeds just kind of sitting there to dry that I'm going to harvest as well. But yeah, it's just these four pots are not doing the best. Okay, now let's move into the garden. I wish this was in the shade right now, but you know what? It's really hard until like later in the day to get this in the shade. That's the only time of day it's in the shade, but like it's looking pretty awesome, you guys. Now let's start over here. So the liatris is starting to bloom. We have some in here. I need to move these next year, obviously. The cannas back there had bloomed. The sedum is starting to bloom. And then I need to pick up this liatris. Same thing is happening with this verbena. It's kind of sick. I think this one might be struggling with spider mites though, the way that the leaves are looking. I did spray it with neem and it's looking like it's kind of starting to bounce back, so that's good. These begonias are looking great. And then we come over here and I just love this big grass, the liatris bulbs. I moved a marigold here. These pincushion flowers are the best of all of them because they're staked with the netting and it just looks so good. I put a wave here. The all this area is kind of different because I ended up putting these vinca here and some of them made it and some of them didn't, but that's okay. Love this. I can't wait till this celosia starts growing plumes. We have little tiny gladiolas. I don't know why they're so short, but those are from either Aldi or Costco. I think those are Aldi ones. So we have one back there that's going to be tall, which is great. Some volunteer zinnias as well. The cosmos are looking great and the pollinators just love it. I need to come in and deadhead these, but they're looking so beautiful. I'm kind of disappointed with my snapdragons because they're just not really doing much. I think it's this area, it just doesn't drain enough. But you win some, you lose some. My Gymphorina is really starting to go now. Thank God. It's really gonna take off here soon. And then this Black-Eyed Susan, which is a Sahara mix, is also gonna be glorious. I ended up putting a sweet potato vine in here. And then we have Vinca. This is my favorite Black-Eyed Susan that bloomed for the first time this year. I grew this from seed last year. This is the first time it bloomed. It's my absolute favorite. Like, look at that. Almost looks like it was painted in the center. I just absolutely love it. And then back here, I know you can't really tell, but this is an azalea bush that has just taken off this year. I got it last year, did nothing. It just looks amazing. So obviously next year I got to move this Black-Eyed Susan, but I didn't know it'd be that tall. This yarrow is about to bloom for the first time. Do you see what I mean? Something's eating my blooms. So it's either budworm or earwigs or I don't know what. Something. Another Black-Eyed Susan Sahara about to bloom. We have this Celosia vintage rose that's going for it finally. I can't wait till these lilies bloom. I think these are stargazer lilies from last year. Can't wait. And then see what I mean about this scabiosa or pincushion flower? Just doesn't look as good. And then this sweet William white has really just kept blooming. When I deadheaded, I thought it would stop because it's supposed to be more of a cool flower, but it's just going for it, which is so nice. Then under here, I planted a bunch of begonias and hopefully those start taking off soon. They're just kind of sitting there now, getting their footing, which is okay. But this elephant ear is just ginormous. It's kind of taking over some areas, so I'm having to prune on it quite a bit. So for that reason, I don't know if I'll keep it next year just because it's so big, but we'll see. It is a cool statement piece in the garden. Now my favorite thing blooming right now, probably, are these lilies. I cut most of them to come inside, but I left a stem in the garden and it's just covered and so beautiful. This Black-Eyed Susan is crowding it, so next year the Black-Eyed Susan is definitely moving. All of these Black-Eyed Susans are going to move next year because they're too big for the edge of the garden. I had no idea how tall these were gonna get. These are the tallest black-eyed Susans I've ever seen, but they're amazing for a vase because the stems are so long and they're so prolific. Like they just are blooming, 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 and they've been like this for weeks. And I think they'll be like this all summer long, which would be insane. Okay, so now back here, we have some straw flower and then more here that are gonna hopefully flush again soon. We have a dahlia, forsythia back here. A lot of stuff that's just kind of like shoved in here. We have more gladiolas and more gladiolas back there. Then just some vinca, and I put a petunia there that I got on clearance. I also love this one of the black-eyed Susans, so pretty. Here's more what this Celosia vintage rose will look like when it's starting to get bigger, which is amazing. We have more stargazer lilies, more marigolds, and just beautiful, beautiful things. Now we're starting to get some dahlias to bloom. Those are great silence dahlias, and John von something, Shobin or something. I don't remember exactly what it is. And then that was an Aldi one. I need to come in here and deadhead. I also think there's might be a Japanese beetle on one of those, which is unfortunate. Okay. Then we have this amazing crepe myrtle that's starting to bloom a little bit. So beautiful. And then, okay, look at this gladiola. So last year, I only had a couple gladiolas bloom. This one must have come back because I did not, it's huge. And two, I didn't plant any that were red. Last year I just did a mixed bag, and it's, honestly, it's so pretty. And it's the fact that it's staying upright without support is incredible. I'm so excited to see that. So this area, so this was a dahlia I planted last year because I got it late in the season. I had nowhere to plant it, and look at how big the bud is. It's gonna be so beautiful. So I sprayed a lot of stuff yesterday with Captain Jack's dead bug because I think I might be dealing with spider mites. Do you see how these leaves are being like sucked out? Do you see this? And I have like black stuff on the backs of leaves. So they're either aphids, they could be aphids. That might be an aphid or a spider mite. I don't know. Let's crush you though. So I'm gonna be coming through with this Captain Jack dead bugs a little bit more thoroughly tomorrow or tonight, because last night I just kind of did a little bit. But I'm doing it at night so that the pollinators aren't around as much, because I need my plants to thrive because I've spent money on them, but I don't want to hurt any pollinators, and I have a lot in my garden. So I'm really trying not to spray very much, and if I do, you know, at times when they're not going to be harmed, hopefully. Okay, I also put some wave petunias here that I got on clearance that should bounce back. They're just, you know, getting their footing and everything. This Shasta daisy is doing amazing. Vinca here. We have, this area is just looking really good. We have a Sahara black-eyed Susan right there. We have some snapdragons. These flax just started blooming, which I got from, that flax I got from Costco, and a few of them are blooming. I don't know if all of them survived. Wow, we have a volunteer zinnia right here. Look at this. What are you doing? I'm gonna pull you. I don't need you in the middle of everything. Look at this yarrow I grew from seed, you guys. Isn't that just amazing? I grew it this year, and it looks so good. Ooh, we might have slugs or earwigs or something coming in here. I need to put some pellets down, I think. Okay. Then look at how beautiful that hydrangea is. And just look at that. I guess it might be leaning slightly on the sedum, but it's so beautiful. We have another one about to bloom here soon, and I have more sprinkled back there. I also bought this Limelight Prime hydrangea. It was on sale, so I ended up buying it because I just love my other one. I can't remember what the brand of this one is, but it's called like Berry White or something, Botanical Hydrangea. And so it has just these huge blooms, and then they start to turn this pinky berry color. And this is literally a 2nd-year plant, and it was about the same size as that one over there when I bought it last year. I just pruned it in the fall down to like a pencil size, and any crossing branches I took out, and I fertilized it, and it's just, it's incredible. It's incredible. Okay, so let's go up this little area. Again, this is yarrow I grew from seed. Sorry for the shadows. Yarrow I grew from seed. Now this area is so amazing to me because one, this sedum's gonna bloom here soon. Like get its blooms, I think. And then we have Russian sage back here. And then this area with the sedum is just incredible. This is Angelique or something like that sedum, and it's trailing exactly how I want it. I'm definitely going to divide this next year. Same with this one. Can't remember what this one is called, but I got it in a teeny tiny pot, like that big. And it's just doing amazing. Same with the lemon coral sedum. That was teeny tiny when I put it in the ground. So things are just looking so beautiful along this rocky area. I really want more sedum just all along this area. I think it would look so pretty. Now, these lilies are getting ready to bloom, and it's gonna be so pretty. I hope they do. This is my one lupin flower that I've gotten. So cute. And we have a canna back there. And then this area, the coleus, is really starting to finally take off. And the begonias are doing okay. They're struggling a little bit. I love the hydrangeas. We have some random dahlias. And then cannas. And yeah, this area is doing okay. It's definitely going to fill in here soon with the coleus. But I love the hydrangea and the view. Definitely things to improve upon, but so far it's looking so beautiful. Now this area, if you saw my video, I actually took out everything because so the shade garden I had to replant. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. Because the vinca, they were vinca, not impatiens. I was sold the wrong thing at the store. So I had to redo this, and they're still struggling. So let me show you. So I did this a couple weeks ago, I think. And we've had almost 4 begonias die. And I was like, maybe they're not getting enough water. So I did put a new drip line closer to them yesterday. Some are doing well. Some look like they're like getting the chlorophyll like out of their leaves almost. Like they're not very green. So I don't really know what's going on with that. And yeah, this is like the time of the day where they get the most sun. They don't get a lot of sun throughout the day, but they're supposed to be able to take 3 to 6 hours. So I don't really know. So this area is a little disappointing for me. Hopefully next year it'll do better when things are more established, and might just put more hostas throughout here anyway, so I don't have to deal as much with begonias and stuff. I'll still probably put some, but yeah, I don't know. It's just not my fave so far. So yeah, you guys, that is my June 22nd, 2024 garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it. There's so many things I love about this garden so far this year, but definitely there's issues going on with disease and pests and things just not growing, and that's kind of just the life of a gardener. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in a video very, very soon. Bye, guys.